UEFA Champions League Final 2026. What a match. Great game to watch. Two of the best teams in Europe going head to head for the prize. Venue Budapest, as we all know. Arsenal taking on PSG. While my take on the game is quite interesting, it's going to be a tough game. Just like we all know, Arsenal back in the Champions League final after a 20-year absence, 2006 to 2026. Let's play out possible scenarios in the game. Like every time I analyze the game, I always refer to statistics. I always count on statistics. Basically, a 20-year absence, same kind of scenario, same run they had in 2006. 10 consecutive games, keeping a clean sheet, a record in the European Champions League. For the first time, the team had kept 10 clean sheets on their way to the final. Same scenario 20 years later, Arsenal are still having that same kind of run. Best defense line in the Champions League, consider the least goals, they haven't lost a game, they've only won and drawn. Same scenario, they're in the finals again. And guess what? The final in 2006 was in France, at the Parc des Princes Stadium in France. This time again, Arsenal are 20 years after, in another finals, playing a French team. The defending champions, obviously, PSG, not a pushover. So my take on the game is very simple and very factual. I like to be factual when I discuss outcomes of games or I analyze football. Same scenario is going to play out again. A tight game, possible 2-1 score line, like we had in 2006. Possibly two, Arsenal might score first. So for bettors, I would basically say there's going to be a lot of corners in that game. A lot of corners, possibly over 8.5 corners, 90 minutes. Both teams are attacking teams. They have very fast wide players. Coming through the middle, they are also extremely good. And both sides are star-studded. You have the Bukayo Sakas on the Arsenal side. You have the Martinellis. And on the PSG side, you also have Dembele. You have Dogu. So these guys are actually very fast-paced players. You're going to see a very fast-paced game. Possibly minimal cards, because both teams are very skeptical about fouls. Minimal cards, possibly an under 4.5, under 5.5 yellow cards, bookings. But we're going to see a good game. Now, my take or my fear is, let history not repeat itself again. A possible, like in the 2006 final, a possible red card. My fear about the game is, let's hope we do not see a repeat of what happened in the 2000 final. Somebody getting sent off, a possible early red card could mar the game. It's a possibility, but I'm not saying it's going to turn out like that. Then, secondly, if we were to stake on that game, or stakers, I would advise to be on the safe side, play corners, please. There's going to be a lot of corners. If you don't like to play corners, a possible goal and over 2.5. Because both teams are attacking teams, we expect both teams to score and to be over 2.5 goals. That's my take for bettors. If you want to bet on the game, if you want to play an outright winner, that's a risky call for me. And I don't like to go risky when I bet. I like to be factual. So for bettors, over 8.5 corners or goal and over 2.5 possible outcomes for the game. That's my take as a punter. We should also put in mind that there is a tradition that has been going on, the precedence that has been going on in the Champions League over about 2-3 decades now. First-time winners have always lost a final before coming to another final to win. We've had Chelsea do it after losing to Man U in 2008 final. They came back to win 2012. We've seen Man City do it, losing a final and coming back to win. So possibly it could be Arsenal's turn. Nobody can tell. They lost a final 20 years ago. 20 years after, they're in the final again. Let's not rule them out. Like I always say, statistics, facts and figures. These things always come to play in football. So don't be surprised. Everybody is picking PSG to win. On that day, you might find Arsenal being crowned champions of Europe for the first time.